So there is a beautiful tantric saying, and this is that our dreams or our visions and our dreams long for us in the very same way that we long for our visions and our dreams. So what I see a lot of the time is that people are like, I've got these massive dreams. I have these massive goals. I want to create 6 figures in my business. I want to be bringing in the abundance and the wealth that I desire in my life. I want to be creating in these big, impactful ways. I want to be holding massive amounts of space. I want to be public speaking. I want to be writing my book. I want to be creating my podcast. And they have all of these big ideas. But that's not a vision. Those are just really big ideas. And when we only have big ideas, ideas are not grounded in a platform. Ideas are not grounded yet into a foundation. So if we only have ideas, you know what blocks an idea? One thought that inspires doubt or fear or I'm not good enough. And because these thoughts, one simple thought can basically inspire an entire whirlwind of blocking us from stepping into our ideas. That's why it is so important to, instead of be creating 1,000 million ideas for what we want to create in our lives, instead to have a very cohesive, very beautifully crafted vision for our lives. And so let me speak into what the differentiation is, beautiful Jill, what the differentiation is between having those like 5 or 10 year long goal plans or having more of a vision. And our vision, so the 5-year something long plans, those are based on what we call masculine goals. That's about having a very clear idea of getting from this point to this point, what predictably will help us to get from where we are here now to get to where we are in the future. And so it's necessary to have, so actually I don't want to use the word necessary, it's helpful. It's helpful to have an idea of how we can predictably get from point A to point B to point C to fulfill a goal. But a vision is what we like to call the feminine goals. Beautiful, Tefnu. The vision is what we like to call these feminine goals. And it's actually less of a goal and it's more of growth. It's more of an experience of growth. And when we are playing in the realm of the feminine, she can create and craft a vision that is so massively huge that there's actually no predictable route to actually achieve that. Hi, Nicole, welcome. So when we craft our vision in our femininity, in our feminine goals, because the feminine energy is this very massively creative, expansive energy. So when we are crafting and creating our vision in our feminine, there's no predictable, hey, beautiful. There's actually no predictable way of getting to that point. So masculine goals are actually irrelevant when we create the bigger vision for our lives, because the bigger vision for your lives, if you aren't creating and crafting a vision that feels unbelievably out there in the realm of potentiality, then you're not playing big enough. If you're not crafting and creating a vision for your life that feels so far out of reach that you're like, I have no freaking idea how I'm possibly going to get there, then you're not playing big enough. This game that we're playing called life is so big. We play in what's called the infinite realm of potentiality. There's no stopping the amount of growth that we can possibly have. There's no stopping the amount of evolution, how much we can grow and how much we can create and how big we get to play. We play in the realm of infinite potentiality. And if that's the case, if you're here to play in the realm of infinite potentiality, hi, Carol. If you're here to play in the infinite realm of potentiality, then that means your vision is going to be so much bigger than you. That means that the vision that you hold for yourself in your life is going to feel so big, so maybe epically scary, and so out of the realm of what feels possible for you right now. When we play with masculine goals, we're playing in the realm of predictability, where it's very predictable, right? In 5 years from now, hi Christina, welcome. In 5 years from now, it will feel very predictable that I can get from this place to that place to that place. There's a predictable route for my life. That is where I can go predictably. But as a feminine creator, your vision gets to be so much bigger than you. Your vision that you get to craft and create gets to be so epic, right? And the thing about being in creating in the feminine and creating with your feminine goals means that you don't have to know how you're going to get there. There doesn't have to be a predictable way of you getting there, because what we do in the realm of infinite possibility and infinite potentiality is that we take what is called these giant quantum leaps. We take giant quantum leaps as women crafting and creating a vision that feels bigger than ourselves, also known as your legacy, right? Something that goes beyond you. When you take your last and final breath here on planet Earth and you are feeling so grateful for your life, you know that this vision that you ultimately manifested and ultimately aligned with will live beyond you. What does that feel like? What does it feel like to create a vision that lives beyond your physical life on planet Earth? What does it feel like to create a vision that to create a vision of your business that goes beyond you, right? That benefits your family, that benefits your friends, that benefits all of the beings around you. What does it look like to craft and create a vision in the realm of potentiality? And so how then? It feels like no words, right? Because it becomes a feeling. Let me give a quick example. So some people can be like, they can go out, they can make an action where they buy a lottery ticket. Someone will go out and they'll buy a lottery ticket. They'll just be like, whatever, I'm just gonna buy a lottery ticket. And then they end up winning the lottery. They end up winning like $2 million. And this actually happens, is that people that win couple million dollars, they'll be checked in on a year later and it'll be all gone. That person will have spent all of their money. They will have spent everything that they had. They won like $5 million and a year later it's all gone. And why is that? The reason why this is because they did not craft and create a vision for what it is that they were going to do with their wealth. They did not craft and create a vision for what it was of the potentiality that they wanted to create with the energy resources that they bring into their lives. And they lose it all because there's no platform for the vision of potentiality. They step into that giant quantum leap, but because there was no vision to hold them in that quantum leap into that next level of reality, into that next level of dimensionality, they don't know what to do with that wealth. They don't know what to do with that huge, massive amount of money, right? They didn't create and craft a vision. So that's why if we choose in this lifetime to be a woman who desires to create wealth over a lifetime, or we choose to be a woman that desires to create a vision that is bigger than herself, that will reach beyond herself, that will reach out to her family, reach out to her friends, reach out beyond her lifetime. If you are a woman actually crafting and creating that kind of vision for yourself, when you do end up taking those giant quantum leaps in your life, you will be caught by the safety net of your vision. So that's why the quantum leap doesn't feel so epically frightening. The people who get pushed into a quantum leap they'll have a breakdown. They'll collapse. Psychologically, they will not be able to hold that, or or if they're making a lot of money, they won't be able to hold that. They'll lose all their money, whatever it is. That's why I teach emotional intelligence in so many of my different courses, mostly in artificial intelligence, but we bring a little bit of it into sensual success strategy, where it's about crafting the vision and then knowing how to hold the feeling of that vision. And so when we craft this giant vision for ourselves, what is a vision truly? A vision is a feeling, right? A vision, like if you feel into the most epic expression of your vision and you long for that vision, I mean, that's a feeling, right? So first and foremost, we're crafting and creating our relationship to that vision, which is a feeling of longingness or a feeling of being in alignment with. Another way we interact with our vision is actually to feel the vision already coming into fruition within our lives, within our being, even though it's not yet in full fruition, even though it's not yet in full manifestation, even though it has not yet shown up in this three-dimensional realm. We can feel it in the spiritual realm. We can feel it beyond the veil. We can feel it coming towards it. We can feel it or coming towards us. We can feel it magnetizing towards us. And so thus we begin the process of really feeling into what would it feel like to actually have this vision come into fruition in my life, and to actually feel that now as if time was irrelevant, because ultimately time is relative and time does not exist in the way that we believe it does. And so when we get time out of the equation, when we begin to let go of it needs to show up now, and instead of it needs to show up now, releasing and surrendering into it feels really good to live right now as if it is happening. So if your vision is to create the most beautiful, harmonious relationship in your life, live as if you are in a beautiful, harmonious relationship. How do you start relating with your food? You relate in a beautiful, harmonious way with your food. If you're calling it an intimate relationship, start relating intimately with your food, right? If we want to call in a beautiful, intimate partnership as a soulmate, if we want to call in our soulmate energy, then how do we start to relate with life in a way of feeling intimate with life? If we want to create 6 figures in our business, which is ultimately my big vision for 2020, is to create 6 figures in my business, then how do I begin to act, dress, feel, express as if 6 figures is already a part of my life? Because as soon as the vision actually manifests and actually comes into fruition in our lives, it's as if we have been preparing for it the entire time, because we have been. Emotionally, we have been preparing for the big vision to come into fruition in our lives. So we can have smaller visions, right? You can have the smaller vision for 2020, but the thing about it is that a lot of people see that the new year is like a new time. It's like, oh, everything that I did in 2019 doesn't count. Now I can finally step into 2020. 2020 is my year of success. 2020 is the year that everything is going to go great. 2020 is the year that I'm going to create everything that I have wanted to be creating for these past 5 years. So instead of actually seeing the new year as being a new opportunity for newness, why don't we see the new year as being an extension of the vision that we have been crafting and creating and emotionally holding space for year after year after year? Knowing that that vision will align with us in the perfect moment. We can just totally release and relax our nervous system, because your vision, if you have the vision and you are holding space for that vision every single day, aligning, feeling that vision as if it is happening right here, right now, there's absolutely no way that it's not meant to be yours. We're given our visions, we're given our desires, we're given our big dreams because they are meant to be ours. It's almost like we have created a contract with that particular dream or vision. Your dream and your vision is so unique to you. You know, you can talk all day about your dream and your vision, and it's just going to be yours. It's your vision. It's your dream. Your dream, your vision is meant for you.